While Oscar season is upon us, and we do our best to review the Best Picture nominees, we haven't forgotten about new releases. This week's big release, coming in number 1 with a whopping $18 million against a $200 million budget, is the latest film from Matthew Vaughn, most famous for the Kingsman franchise. Argylle is an action spy film with a Romancing the Stone style plot that does have an admittedly solid twist, as espionage novelist Ellie Conway, played by Bryce Dallas Howard, finds herself thrust into the midst of real-world espionage. When Ellie's book mimics real-world events and an evil spy organization known as the Division begins to hunt her down, believing she has the ability to predict the future, her only ally is Aiden, played by Sam Rockwell, a spy and former agent of the Division who wants to help Ellie and bring the Division down. Argylle begins as a clever and entertaining film full of Vaughn's DNA, blending action and humor with extravagant set pieces and bombastic fight choreography. The movie feels very much in the same vein as Vaughn's Kingsman films, using the fictional story of Agent Argylle, played by Henry Cavill, as a plot within the film created by Ellie to contrast the film's real-world spies, such as Aiden and the Division's evil leader, portrayed by Bryan Cranston. This does create a unique and clever plot setting and apart from something like Romancing the Stone. It also provides plenty of humor and potential for plot twists that unfortunately never stop. And herein lies Argylle's biggest problem. What starts as a humorous and fun spy romp with a unique take on the genre descends into near constant chaos. Vaughn, who has proven repeatedly with his films that he loves excess, reaches the pinnacle of excess in this movie. Not just excess when it comes to set pieces or fights, but in the wild plot with twist after twist until the story feels overly contrived. Instead of building its story and characters and letting them breathe, each act adds a new plot twist. And by the movie's end, you're no longer surprised as much as rolling your eyes at the next ridiculous idea. Throw in tons of moments where plot is told rather than shown, and obstacles are solved just for the sake of resolving them with no clever resolution, something multiple characters even joke about in the film, and the movie ultimately goes from solid entertainment to trite over the course of its 2.5-hour runtime. Argylle has clever ideas, but Vaughn ultimately fails to execute any of them, and instead elected to amp up shock factor that never lands. It's a movie that definitely thinks itself more clever than it actually is, and while there are still entertaining aspects to the movie, its story and emotional investment into the characters fall apart. I give Argylle 2 out of 4 stars.